Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. Today we are back with my best and worst products and purchases of 2016. So I'm going to get started with my best beauty products, and my number one without a doubt has to be the Guerlain liquid liner. I currently have at least 3 of these in the room with me, and it's pretty much like that at all times because this liquid liner is just my favourite of all time. I used to really be a fan of the Collection liquid liner, which I would still highly recommend. I really like that liquid liner. I like very liquidy liquid liners, if you couldn't tell. And this one is just that. It's actually not so much of a matte finish, whereas the Collection one was very much a matte finish. This one has a sheen to it, which I actually think works really nicely on me, and it's super black as well, which for me with very dark eyes is so important. Otherwise things can look a little bit washed out and grey, and it looks so awful in contrast with very black mascara as well. I think I've been using this since February last year, maybe even longer than that, so this has definitely been like my year-long number one. It would not be in this video favourite. That was a bit of a mouthful. Next up I have a foundation that really stood out to me in 2016, and there were a lot of foundation launches last year. There are always lots of foundation launches, but this one is actually my favourite, and there were so many that I loved, but this is the one that I feel stood out to me the most, and it's the YSL, let me get this right, it's their Fusion Ink Cushion Foundation. And I originally thought that this was basically Touche Eclat in a cushion foundation, but it's actually one of their other foundations in a cushion foundation. But the finish is so similar. It reminds me of a very light version of Touche Eclat. So if you do like that foundation but you find that it's a bit more of a medium coverage and you'd like something lighter, I would highly recommend this. I love this. It is one of my favourite foundations I think ever, right up there with Touche Eclat. I just love it. I'm so happy that I discovered this year because it's changed the game for my everyday makeup. I now wear a much lighter base on an everyday basis, and my skin is definitely thanking me for that. In terms of perfume, it is always really hard for me to whittle it down to one per year. I actually had a big clear out this year and I still own about 30 perfumes. There were more, and every year I end up putting like 2 or 3 in one of these videos, but this year I have just one, and this one was very easy to narrow down because I've worn this for I think about 3 months straight, give or take a day or two, and it's the Zarko perfume Pink Molecule. You can buy this in Space NK. It's a bit pricey, but I really like their perfumes. They don't do too many of them, but this one is Pink Molecule, and it smells like a bit grapefruity and it's a little bit musky. It's very sweet. It reminds me of my mum, and I think that's one of the reasons I love it so much, but I also just think that it is a gorgeous scent. I've got a cold at the moment so I can't really sniff it and give you the notes because my nose is just not in action, but I will pop all of the notes for this in the info box below. In terms of lip products, I really tried to whittle it down to just one. I originally had about 5 different lip products that I wanted to talk about, and now I just have 2 different lip products. The first that I want to talk about, ooh, dropped it. The first lip products that I wanted to talk about are the Chanel Rouge Allure Ink liquid lipsticks. These came out I think around summertime. They are absolutely beautiful. They have kind of changed the game for liquid lipsticks for me in terms of the fact that they are not overly drying, they're not too thick, they don't leave your lips feeling really tight. They are just really lovely, comfortable liquid lipsticks. They don't dry it matte straight away or anything like that, but for me, I find that these are so wearable and so perfect for an everyday liquid lipstick. I find there are some that I can only wear on occasions because they are just so drying. But these are beautiful, and my favourite shades are Amaro, which is this beautiful rosy pink, I think that's how you say it, and Experimente, which is this beautiful dark red, which I'm wearing today, and I've been wearing a lot over the past couple of months. You guys will have seen this so much, and because of that these are kind of my number one, like had to be in this video, lip product. The Stila liquid lipsticks very nearly made it to the number one spot. I think it's Dolce or Caramello or one of those I wore religiously throughout the summer and absolutely loved, but I haven't really touched those in quite a few months now. But the other lip product that I wanted to talk about that I've worn a lot on and off and I felt like it needed a mention is one of the new MAC lipsticks. These are their Liptensity lipsticks. Yep, got that right. This is in the shade Dough, and I love this shade. It's really beautiful. It's very nude. It's a bit warm at the same time. It always looks a bit kind of grey when I first put it on. It looks very cool toned, and somehow then it warms up and it just works really nicely with my skin tone. It's my favourite nude from the Liptensity range out of all of them. There's a smoked almond one which I think is a bit too dark and a bit too warm for me, but I know a lot of people love that one. But this one I've really been liking. It's one of those lipsticks that's constantly been in my coat pockets for months now, and because of that I kind of forget about it. There's another Chantecaille one that I love, and that is always in my coat pockets and my car as well, and I forget about them because they're never in handbags, they're never in my makeup bag, and I felt like this one just needed a shout because I really enjoyed wearing it this year and I haven't mentioned it at all, so this gets a cheeky second place. And then my final product that is like my best for 2016 is the Charlotte Tilbury Look in a Palette. And this was a tricky one for me because I loved the Hourglass Sheer Illume Trio, or Illume Sheer Trio, but it's very much a summer only product for me. I really stopped using it once I think it hit like September, October time, and this is one that I've had over the summer months, and I used it a little bit every so often, but I wasn't really using it religiously up until I think about October time, and then I was so into this, and this wins for me because it is an all year round type product, whereas the Illume Sheer Trio I just don't think will work, and I don't think I'll wear it for another 3 to 4 months. But this for me I have used every single day this last quarter, and it is beyond beautiful. The products in it are so finely milled, they blend so nicely. The bronzer is perfect for me, the highlighter is gorgeous, the blush, this bit is really nice. I don't use this one so much, but this one I love. And the eyeshadows in it are perfect as well, and because of that it just pipped the Illume Sheer Trio to the #1 spot this year. And the Illume Sheer Trio is not getting a visual feature in this because I just promised myself that I would limit the amount of second runner-ups in this video this year because last year was ridiculous. Next I'm actually going to move on to best in fashion before I move on to the worst fashion and beauty bits. I thought I'd do everything in one video today because I couldn't be bothered to make two. So my #1 favourite handbag of 2016 has got to be my Chanel boy bag. This came home with me in February when I came back from Paris, and it was a slightly unexpected purchase. I knew that at some point in 2016 I wanted to buy one of these, but I didn't anticipate it being so early on in the year, and the timing was right. I was in the right place at the right time and I found my perfect boy bag, and I have loved it every day ever since. It was a real wow moment for me in purchasing this because growing up I never thought that I would ever own a Chanel bag. I don't intend on owning many Chanel bags in my life. I'm happy keeping the collection very, very small, and I'm okay with that because right now this one is literally all I need. It's a really great daily bag. I don't use it every single day, but it makes a great day bag and good everyday bag if you don't carry too much stuff, and the wear on it has been really, really good as well, considering that I do use it as more of a day bag as opposed to like a special evening type bag. The leather has no scratches on it, there are a few on the metal, but other than that it has been an absolute pleasure to wear this year. It's been my favourite so far. I have since purchased another bag though that I haven't showed you guys yet on here, but it was on my Instagram stories, and I feel like next year that could be the #1 purchase because I am freaking in love with it. My next favourite purchase from 2016 is actually this Whistles jumper. It's just been such a joy to wear during the very, very chilly months so far, and I think I'll continue to wear it over the next 3 or 4 months or so. And it's a beautiful pink jumper from Whistles. It has basically a beautiful pink tone to it, but actually in the knit there are like fuchsia, orange and yellow specks in it, so up close it is so gorgeous and really interesting, and it is just so beautiful to wear. It's not itchy at all. It has been, I think, my favourite jumper purchase of 2016, and it brings me so much joy to wear it, so I really wanted to give it a mention in this video. Slightly more pricey than your average high street jumper, but actually not too bad all in all. I will link it below. I think it might still be on ASOS, which is where I got it from. And yeah, I've loved this so much. So I felt like I wanted this to be in my 2016 favourites. My final favourite purchase of the year, of course, has to be my Chloe Susannah boots. #1, because they have the same name as me, but also just because these have brought me so much joy and so much comfort to my feet so far this year. I've only had them since October, but they were my favourite shoe purchase, and they are the perfect year-long round shoe. These would be great with little summer dresses in the summer and spring, and they're also just amazing with jeans during the winter, and honestly they bring me so much joy. Like, the favourites in this video are things that only bring me joy. Like, that's the reason I'm not talking about random shampoos or mascaras or anything like that. Like, I only wanted the products that really, like, right now I look at and they bring me so much joy to be in this favourites video. I'm so over the random categories. This is all about the things that 100% bring me joy, and these boots fit that bill 100%. I adore them and wear them almost every single day. I love them and I will leave this rave there. Now we're moving on to the worst products of 2016, and some of these things I may have mentioned before. I tried not to include a lot of things that I had already mentioned, but because I do best and worst videos all the time, it was pretty difficult, but I will leave a playlist of best and worst in the info box for you. I'm also going to leave my best and worst luxury purchases in the info box for you, just because that will kind of give you a better overview as to the fashion best and worst luxury purchases. I did that earlier in the year, and in terms of fashion worsts, I didn't want to repeat anything from that because that would just be really boring, so I'll link that below if you want to go see the other kind of worst purchases that I feel like I made last year. They're mostly just things that I haven't got the wear out of stuff, not that they're terrible items. Some of them. And on that note, I'm going to get started with the worst fashion purchase that I made last year that I didn't talk about, and these are an item that I thought that I would absolutely love and get so much wear out of, and I just really haven't got the wear out of them the way I thought I would. These aren't a bad product at all, they're not falling apart, they are actually lasting very well. Well, I don't really wear them, so they would be, but they're really gorgeous shoes, but I just haven't got the wear out of them and worn them as much as I thought I would. The cut of them and the style just isn't the most flattering when I wear these with, say, jeans or dresses or anything like that. It's just not the most flattering shoe on me, especially because I don't have a lot of leg. So I do find them quite hard to style in comparison to other loafers I own, which are just cut very differently. You can tell that I haven't worn them a lot because they are actually dusty. They are my worst fashion purchase, and then I have a few beauty products that, you know, I just thought that I would round up on. I feel like I've mentioned maybe one or I hope not two before. I've definitely mentioned one of them before, and I thought I'd just recap because I feel like this was a moment for 2016 where I was like, Mac, what are you doing? The Mac Trolls collection, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't like it. I still don't like it. There was a lot of debate in the comments on the video that I did where these were in like the worst category over whether or not people thought it was actually a bad collection, and I still stand by the fact that I did not like this collection. My mind has not been changed. There was maybe one nice pink lipstick and there was some glitter, but it was just overall did not like that collection. This is the one thing left from it that I have rolling around. Like, no one has taken this. I have a big bag of stuff that I don't want and people come in, you know, take bits. No one took this. Following that, we have a liquid lipstick, which I might have mentioned in a best and worst luxury purchases, like the beauty edition video. I can't remember, so I thought I'd add it in this one again, just to reiterate that I did not like this product. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick, and in comparison to the Stila ones, I would say that the Stila ones are so much better. They have pretty much the exact same colours, but the formula is a lot more thin, but it sets down just as well. It's just as matte, just as pigmented. These are so cakey and they just crack on my lips, and I just find them to be very goopy, and they're just too thick for me. I really cannot get on with the formula. They also dry my lips out very badly, and almost at the point of like giving me like very dry flaky lips, you know, where you get the tiny bits of flakiness which just don't go away. This will do that. So that was a really big disappointment for me last year because I thought that I would love them. They were raved about so much. I bought pretty much half the range and was so disappointed with it. So they were like my biggest disappointment for 2016. My final product, which is also a liquid lipstick that I didn't enjoy from last year, are the Shoei liquid lipsticks. And these are a very thin formula, kind of similar to the Stila ones. They also smell gorgeous and the colour range is beautiful. They have so many different nudes and I thought that I would absolutely love these. However, they are incredibly drying. Their formula in terms of longevity of wear and how comfortable they are is nothing like the Stila formula. And they also gave me really horrible lip blisters after wearing them. My lips would kind of have like weird actual dry patches, like eczema patches on them, not just like flaky lip stuff. Like actual dry patches would appear around the edges of my mouth. I just really did not like these for that reason, and it's a real shame because the actual range of them is gorgeous and Jouer products are gorgeous, but this was just one of the more disappointing liquid lipstick releases from 2016. And that is it for my best and worst purchases and products of 2016. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please leave me some lipstick emojis in the comments, and if there are any other videos that you would love to see this year, please also let me know in the comments as well. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to come back for more videos, then don't forget to subscribe. I hope you're all having the best day, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!